Hi, this is Glenn Riker with Over the Hedgerow. So I'd share a little update on a play area that we built for one of our clients. Originally they were thinking the traditional play set that takes up about 1,000 square feet of your yard, and the kids get bored with that after a couple of weeks. They go, yeah, we've done that. So what we suggested for this client was, what if we just built a linear play set? The center of it is this rock wall, rock climbing wall, which we'll get back to in a second. Got a slack line down at this end. As you can see, our goal was to build this in a linear fashion, take up at least amount of room as possible. So we've got a gibbon slack line that's mounted to these 6x6 posts, which are then braced underground. That's not going anywhere. And then the centerpiece was this rock climbing wall that we built all the infrastructure, and then we got the panels from a great company out on the East Coast that we'll talk about in a minute. But we wanted to be good neighbors because there's a house right here. So on the back side of this, you go over here, here's the neighbor's house. On the back side, we built it purposely to be ventilated so that there's no moisture on the back of the climbing wall. Then we put Climbing Hydrangea on it, which here in Wisconsin it's been very cold and wet this spring. Here it is the end of June, and plants are just really starting to push. You see the viburnum are just starting to bloom. We've got Climbing Hydrangea on here, and we've got one clematis that intermingles with there, maybe two. Then we've got these gorgeous blue hydrangea in front of it. So when the neighbor comes home, at least they're not looking at the house. The house is a gorgeous house, but it gives each side a little bit of privacy. And then this family, when we built this 4 or 5 years ago, 4 years ago probably, their kids were younger. They still have a couple of young kids, and even adults. Shell and I would get on these swings and swing. So we put in 2 swings. There's nothing better than sitting on the swing. And let me go over here. I don't know if I can do this while holding the phone. And where's my GoPro when I need it? And if I don't fall over backwards. Who doesn't like just swinging on a swing? And then you're looking at Lake Michigan right over there, and the house and gardens over there. Hopefully you're not getting seasick watching this. Let me stop. Who doesn't like to swing on swings? It makes everybody a kid again. So you got this climbing wall. There's 8 panels that we hoisted up and mounted. It's all 6x6 under our infrastructure. We got this from a company called Rockworks. You can Google them. Great company to work with. Adjustable handholds. We went to multicolored ones because they're kids. And it's more of a bouldering wall, so you go sideways versus vertical. Obviously, I can build a 30-foot climbing wall here. But the kids love this, and their friends come up and they never get bored. Critical thing that I'm working on right now is we put in this rubber mulch. This came from New Jersey, recycled tires, I believe. And we couldn't get any locally, so we brought it in from New Jersey. Built this base and this rubber mulch near the wall, and about halfway out is about 15 inches deep. And then out by the front, it does go below these landscape ties, these 6x6s. Goes down below those, so it's also about 12 to 15 inches deep out front. But to keep it loose, it does get compacted. So every couple of weeks during the season, not in the winter, but during the season, we come out here and loosen this rubber mulch up. So rubber mulch, we loosen it so that if kids fall in it, it has some compaction and give instead of being compacted a little bit. One of the design concepts is this wall faces due north. We didn't want this wall getting hot. So it runs east-west, obviously from the lake west, and then it faces north. The kids are never in heat on this. We thought about putting lights on it, but we haven't at this point. We certainly have the ability to light this up so they can climb at night. And that's what I'm working on right now. Slackline is great. I realized that I left those skills back in my skateboarding days. It's fun to do, but as we get older, chronologically gifted, I prefer, you gotta be careful on those slack lines. So this is our version of a playground. I said it took us a while to build this. Lots of big cedar lumber, lots of fun. Kids always come up here, adults come up and enjoy it. It's just a great addition to a garden. So instead of the traditional playground in your yard, maybe think a little bit outside the box, or don't even think of the box, make it a wall. This is Glenn Riker with Over the Hedgerow.